All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone. And Shalom to the Akim out there preaching this word in truth and sincerity. So this video is going to be titled, You Have to Want It for Yourself, because, as you see the apostles, the apostles and elders, they're tightening things up, all right? And pretty much, like the Apostle Ryan Lob did the video on no idle hands, you know, you gotta want it for yourself. You can't just be just being there, and expecting things to happen. Like say you wanna for example, you wanna increase in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Well, if you're not applying yourself, actually study and giving time into reading and doing things that would increase your understanding and the knowledge, then how do you expect to receive that? You know, if you're not doing anything, especially the main thing we want to receive is the salvation. So if you want to receive salvation, you have to be doing things in order to receive salvation. You have to want it for yourself. All right. Now, of course, every brother sincerely wants the next brother that is sincere as well in the truth to make it. Yet, even if we want you to make it per se, if you're not putting your best foot forward, so to speak, to make it for yourself, then hey man, what do you want the next guy to do if he's trying to help you out? He's brothers are there for you and whatnot. Yet at the end of the day, you have to want it for yourself. Nobody can force you to do the things that you're supposed to be doing and the things that you need to be doing to grow more in the spirit and to keep yourself um, you know doing more in the spiritual. All right. So the first scripture I wanted to get is Philippians 2:12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." Yeah, you have to work out your own salvation, and the apostles and elders and other brothers mention this often, man. All right. Yeah, you say you made it in the camp and whatnot, okay. Yet if you're not doing anything, adding into the body, all right, adding into the body of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, making yourself useful, what's the need of having you around, How's that participating or doing anything, you know? Because we're all one body. You're basically like a dead body part, pretty much, all right? If you're not functioning or helping out anything, what's the use of having it? It's like you're not even there, all right? And that's why like I was saying, the Apostle Rhyme did the video on, all right, no idle hands, pretty much, because everybody should be doing something. You have to work out your own salvation, all right? And you being a part of this body, this is you want to be a part of this work. This is a laborious work, man. All right, like well, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, this is Matthews 9:37. Then saith he, just straight to the point, then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. And that's really what it is. It's a lot of work to be done, yet it's only a few that wants to do the work, you know? And if you want to receive salvation, scripture say you got to work out your own salvation. What are you supposed to be doing? Are you supposed to be a laborer? And a laborer is doing what? You're working, all right? How are you saying that you're you're part of the body when everybody else is laboring and you're not, You shouldn't be idle. You should be laboring, because this is how you're going to receive salvation, man. You have to want it for yourself. All right, because of course brothers can guide you, give you counsel, tell you things that you should be doing that will be beneficial for you, yet at the end of the day, nobody can literally grab you and force you to do these things, You should want it for yourself. You have to want to do it for yourself first and foremost, because that's the only way it's going to get done. If you don't really want it, brothers can counsel you, talk to you a whole bunch of times, and at the end of the day, nothing's going to change. And the reason that is because you don't really want it for yourself. If you actually really want something for yourself, you're going to do it and make it happen, no matter how difficult it may be, no matter how laborious it is. You know, hey, you'll force yourself to do it, man. All right, like brothers always mention, as far as dealing with women, if it's a woman that you really wanted, you'll do whatever it took to get her. All right, and his knowledge is compared to a woman. Wisdom being Sophia. All right, so if you really want it, you're gonna do everything it takes. Here it is. You do that for a female, a fleshly female, all right, that look attractive or whatever. You'll go out there, go on hella dates with her, talking to her all the time on the phone, spending a gang of time just to win her over. How much more time should you be spending to win over Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and gaining this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? As far as putting your time into to getting wisdom, because it tells you in Sirach, I believe, or or I believe either Sirach or Wisdom of Solomon, how wisdom it'll try you. It comes into you to see, it tests you to see if you're worthy to receive it, and you have to prove yourself. All right, just like you have to want it for yourself. You have to prove yourself, man. Prove yourself to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, because he doesn't need you. He can replace you. And you shouldn't want to be replaced, man. If you don't want to be replaced, you have to show your worth, so to speak. All right. What are you doing? What are you doing for the body to make yourself a profitable servant in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? All right. The next scripture I want to get is Galatians 6:4. It says, "But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another." Yeah, you have to prove your own work, man. You can't be rejoicing in the next brother's work, like, man, dang, that brother go deep, and then thinking that's going to help you receive salvation just because you're riding the next man's wave, so to speak. All right, you have to get to the point to where you can rejoice in yourself alone, man, and not in another. Your scriptures speak about esteeming one another, higher than another, higher than yourself. Yet you have to be to the point to where you can rejoice in yourself as well, man. To where you're at the point to where you got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be out there and shine as well, just like the next brother is, because everybody has their portion of the faith, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Yeah, you have to make your portion shine as well. You can't just sit back and let everybody else shine and not you. You gotta be able to rejoice in your own works as well, man. All right. And the way that you do that is by applying yourself. You have to do that in order to grow. Just like if you wanna like I brought out in Matthews, the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Now, if you're a farmer, you want a lot of your crops and stuff to grow. You're putting in a lot of work just for it to get to the point of growing. Now, if you had a neighbor and he was just going hard, you got planting a whole bunch of stuff, planting this, planting that, got a lot of stuff he planting, and you just sitting there watching him, and you only planting here and there. When it comes time for everything to grow, you ain't gonna really have as much. You're gonna be bigging him up, saying like, man, your stuff over there is going crazy. You got all that stuff growing, and then he can't say the same thing about you, like, oh man, check out your stuff. Because when you look at it, it ain't much over there. You want to be able to rejoice in your own stuff. Like you see him, big him up. Like, man, I see you doing your thing. Da da da. Yeah, I got all this over here. Got that growing. Been working on this. I mean, on that. You want to be able to have the same, rejoicing in your own work, man. Not in a boastful manner, not in a pride way, not in a prideful way, in a humble way, just letting it be shown that, you really putting your best foot forward, man, and you really want it for yourself. Because that's what it is at the end of the day, man. You have to let it be known, man. And the way that you let it be known is by applying yourself and not just sitting there being idle, man. All right, doing something. Cause like I brought on Philippians, you have to seek out your own salvation, and the way that you're doing that is by you doing your part, man. All right, because everybody has a part to play. We're all one body. All right, so everybody has a part to play within the body, and you have to play your part to the best of your ability, not just sitting back and allowing everybody else to do everything, and you just sit back and just enjoy the ride and think that you're gonna receive salvation, because that ain't how it works. All right. Now this is Second Timothy's 2:15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai." Yeah, you gotta show yourself approved, man. You can't just let everybody else, every other brother, just handle everything, so to speak, because it's going to come a point in time where you gotta handle stuff. And then what you gonna do when you've been letting everybody else handle the situations and you never stepped up? Then how it's gonna play out? It's gonna be all bad, of course, because you never uh, took on any responsibility or took the next step forward, so to speak, man. All right. That's why you have to show yourself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right. Not the next brother. Yeah, of course, brothers are deeper in certain things than others. Yeah, you should be striving to be, as balanced and as, get as much knowledge and understanding as you can. Not just doing the least amount that you can, because everybody could do more. And I'm speaking for myself as well. All right. So it says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because this isn't to be approved of the next guy. We're not, you shouldn't be doing this with the mind frame of like, I'm trying to look good in front of them or the next brother or this and that. I'm trying to just look good for the apostles, man. You should be caring first and foremost of looking good unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by being a faithful servant, all right, doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because that's what matters first and foremost. All right, it says, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Yeah, because if you're really applying yourself and studying and being in the spirit, then what you're a workman that don't need to be ashamed, because you're not going to be ashamed because you're confident in what you're saying, and the way you gain that confidence is by applying yourself, man, by experience, all right, studying and actually applying what you studied, man, and gaining experience. All right, by putting yourself out there, being speaking, doing videos. All right, not just being idle. All right, because you doing that is building you up to the point to where you're not going to be ashamed and you're going to be more confident when you're speaking and you're more confident in your walk in general. All right, and it says rightly dividing the word of truth. Yeah, and that's where everybody should be at, man. You know, right? You should be at the point of rightly dividing the word of truth, like I was mentioning earlier. You shouldn't just be having to fall back and then just let everybody else speak, and then they ask you a question, you just lost, don't know what to say. You should be able to be rightly dividing the word of truth, man. All right. If you claim, like the Apostle Tahar is saying, if you claim yourself to be a prophet of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you should be able to rightly divide the word of truth. Not just be stumbling and lost out there, man. All right. You're supposed to be trying to strive to attain as much as you can. Whatever your portion may be. All right. And like I said, when I first started this, you have to want this for yourself, because everybody can tell you what to do, yet we can't force you to do what we tell you to do. So if you don't really want it, It's going to be made known, and you're just going to be out of there, man. All right. Yet if you do really want it, man, apply yourself, and it's going to be seen, and you're going to grow, and everybody else is going to see it. You're going to be able to rejoice in your own works and not be ashamed of your own works. All right. Be more confident because you're confident in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, not confident in a prideful way. All right. Confident in a humble way. All right. Okay, so with that, Lord's will, the lesson was edifying. I'm going to close out with that and give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukak, Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. And shalom to all the Akim out there preaching this word in truth, sincerity. All right, shalom.